So I want to talk about my perspective on Thanksgiving as a trans woman. To be honest, I consider myself an atheist. And I grew up in Puerto Rico, was born and raised in Puerto Rico. Yes, we do celebrate Thanksgiving in Puerto Rico, or as we call it sometimes, Thanksgiving. Um, but we have given Thanksgiving in Puerto Rico a different meaning in terms growing up like Catholic. It was more of a religious day for us more than anything else. It didn't have the meaning that mainland United States may have based on the history of Thanksgiving. Remember that Puerto Rico didn't become part of the United States until the Hispanic American War, where they had a treaties with Spain, and that's how they got Puerto Rico. So our history is different in Puerto Rico, and there were no pilgrims arriving to Puerto Rico. But the pilgrims based on United States, which is a story that I think has been way too romanticized. Um, it's it's what drove or created pretty much that's where they based for the day of Thanksgiving. um, it has part of United States history, not necessarily of Puerto Rico. We just inherited the holiday because of United States. So we in Puerto Rico used to give it a different meaning. And I remember growing up, um, we used to go to church sometimes, and my grandmother, she was very religious. She used to go to church a lot, and she used to go to this mass in Arecibo, where they will give in the plaza on Thanksgiving Day at 5 a.m. in the morning. And one year, I remember I went with her. She invited me to go, and I was curious to go because at that point I was very religious. So I went with her, and I remember having that memory with my grandmother. She and I went there. We took she didn't drive, so we had to take a public car to get there. So we got there, we walked to the plaza, but we were able to make it, and we saw the mass, and so was my grandmother. Then we came back, um, but it was a very interesting experience back then. But as I've gotten older, it's like I question the holiday, because I was like, what am I giving thanks to? Good luck. um, who, like, to me, no longer has a religious um, holiday that or religious significance that I used to give before. Because, like I said, I now consider myself an atheist. I don't have any religious belief. Part of being an atheist is not because I believe in something else or the devil or anything like that. No, I'm an atheist. To me, there are no gods. There's no natural force. There's no spirituality either. So, what I'm thankful for, who I'm thankful for. And true, I can be thankful to my dad, I can be thankful to life, but at the same time, it's just like, what is life then? Like, who is life? Is life a force? What is it? Like, I don't see that meaning, so I'm devoid of, like, what I'm doing with this holiday, honestly. Like, what this holiday means for me. And does it mean eating turkey? Because honestly, I eat turkey through the year, like in forms of deli meats, mostly. Um, or ground beef. Like, I was thinking about making turkey tacos today, but I got invited to go to my friend's house, so I'm not going to be making turkey tacos. I will leave that for tomorrow. So I eat turkey through the day, so I don't need to eat turkey all the time. And and again, it's like trying to understand what this holiday that has been created means for me as a person who doesn't have a set of religious belief like somebody else will have. And it's the reason why I'm making this video, because I'm just reflecting on that. Um, so who I'm giving thanks to is unknown. There's nobody that I'm giving thanks to. I don't think there's a supreme being that controls my movement or anything like that. Even life itself is just like, so. What's my reason to give thanks? Like, okay, I'm thankful because I'm alive. Okay, but who I'm giving thanks to? Again, like, you give thanks to people that help you. You give thanks to your employer, maybe, for giving you the opportunity to work, maybe. uh, but it seems so ephemeral. Like, it doesn't have like a strong um, connection with me. Like I feel like it is what it is, you know. Um, I feel like just having a day to be thankful. It's like to whom, you know, like mostly I guess it will be people like my dad, because my dad. I'm grateful. I'm thankful to my dad because thanks to my dad, this past year I was able to travel and be able to see them in Disney and spend time with them and see my sister and my niece and my nephew. So I guess I'm thankful to my dad. I'm thankful to the restaurant promoters that have given opportunities, I guess. Um, but other than that, like I no longer see like it's difficult for me as a it is like who I'm giving thanks to, you know. And there's so many people that I will have to give thanks to, but I always have tried to let people know that I'm thankful when I go to certain places. Like if a promoter booked me after the show, I give them thank you for having me, you know, um, because I am thankful for the opportunity to be able to perform in a show. Um, my employer, thank you. You know, like I'm thankful for them. You know, thank you, see you. You know, but at the same time, it's like when I look at so well, if a holiday, if it's going to have a religious belief, to me, it doesn't have a religious belief anymore. And as such, it's like okay, um, it just doesn't have a the same feeling that it had before, and I think that's what I'm trying to get. That it doesn't have the same significance that it used to have before. You know, um, so that's the thing to wonder about. So my holidays have changed. To me, this is just like day off, okay, perfect. Um, but I really don't see as it's like Christmas. Christmas used to have a also a religious connotation too. Back in the day, to me, it's like what I'm celebrating now. You know, it's not Christmas. I'm sorry, I'm not Christian. You know, I still get the holiday off because most people get Christmas, but like don't have any significance. You know, it doesn't have any significance for me because I'm not religious anymore. So, um, but I decided for Christmas last year. I decided I'm going to celebrate Joyful Day. So for me, it's not Christmas, it's Joyful Day because I'm not Christian anymore. Um, no Santa and all that kind of stuff. You know, may go and see a movie about Santa this year though. There's a movie that I want to see. But again, doesn't have a religious significance for me. And when I was younger, it did have a very strong religious significance. Even this day, like I mentioned, it had a religious significance, but not anymore. So again, who I'm thankful for. If I'm thankful for people, yeah, thank you. And I'm honest, thank you very much. Seriously, thank you. Like the people that have helped me and that has given me opportunities and that have been around me and my friends and people that keep in contact with me. Thank you for being part of my life. I really do appreciate that because sometimes I feel super alone and I feel like I got not many options out there and I feel like the feelings of loneliness are real. So like I appreciate you sticking around with me regardless of the things that happen to. So thank you to all my friends, my supporters, and people that I know. Thank you for being there. Um, to my dad, to to everybody. But like again, I don't think there's a supernatural being that I have to be thankful for because honestly, there's none, or to something abstract like life or things like that. You know, because life is just as you know. It's not supernatural force or the force or things like that. Um, yeah. So to me, no supernatural being, but thank you to the people that has been around me and support me. And like I said to my dad specifically, because without my dad, I would have not been able to afford going to vacation this year because in all honesty, I'm poor and I mean, it's not like I'm super poor, but I only have enough money to keep my living expenses. I don't have enough money to spend on extreme vacation, which is sad because I always wanted to travel more and just been not being able to do that as often as I would like to. It's difficult, especially when you have a job, you know, like I wish I have a job that was more flexible so I could travel more often. But anyway, in any case, that's all I got. So thank you to again, thank you to everybody that has been supporting me, giving me opportunities, and I'm thankful for them, family, people that have been in my life. Um, Thank you for being there. If I haven't said it in person, now if you are watching this video, thank you, honestly. Um, but to me, eating turkey or not turkey, it's okay, you know. And then other people have their own traditions, all that kind of stuff. I really don't have a tradition. I'm single. I've been spending holidays alone most of the time, even right now. Like my roommate is not here, so like I'm on my own, and that's okay. I don't feel like I need to be with somebody else. I don't feel like I need to spend it with friends or anything like that. To me, it's just another day, you know, um and it's I'm just glad I'm alive, you know, today. That's it, you know. Um, and looking forward to see what next year brings. So, yeah. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Stay safe, and see you all.